Hey guys, hey, it's me, Jimmy Lou from the Messy Craft Corner. Hello and welcome. Come on in and say hello. Hello, and how do you know? Listen, I need to empty my garbage can in here because I'm overflowing. Overflowing. Okay, I have something to show you guys. I'm going to wait for a minute or two until some friends get here. But essentially, we are working on this Whoville book. And if you missed it this morning, we cut the book down. We cut down the book. Now, y'all be watching for Chris Hunter because I'm sure she's going to show up. You guys, this is prep work for the Sparkle in Whoville event that's coming up on Friday and Saturday. In the description of the video is a link to the free group that you can join and watch all of the presenters all in one place, all at the same time. So I have a limited amount of time in which to get this book all in its place. Now listen, look at this pretty paper up here. This is actually like paper. And, you know, the book is very good quality book. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Deborah. Hello to everyone. Now, listen, this morning I got an angry face and I got an angry message about tearing the book apart. I forewarned you that I bought the books essentially just to do this with, and that I recommend you finding one at a... Oh, hey, Carrie King Hall. But that I highly recommend for you to find one in a thrift store or one, you know, that's damaged or whatever. So, here we are, and I can't believe I had to do a plug-in for that. So I did some cutting today and separating of the book. Look at this. It's the Cat in the Hat directing the choir. How fun is this? And then I kept these pages like kind of together because these say 'tis the season for baking, and essentially it's baking. And then I have this one. I definitely want to keep these ones sorted together to create something fun. So, with that being said, we have all of this other lovely stuff that we could essentially cut out. I love the Grinch having roast beast. I think that's a fun one. So, we're just gonna start working. I thought I brought my tag in here and sat it in this, and then I am copy dyeing paper to go in this. Oh, here's the tag that we did. So, I glued it all together. I put a little, charm on here that just has a little red, it keeps flipping around, a little red gemstone on it, and, some really pretty greens and red, with sparkle, on the top up there. Here's some other things I have in my bin. I picked these up at the thrift store, Jubilee. That's one of my favorite thrift stores. These are just little stockings. I thought we can, you know, accentuate things with that. I also have these wreaths in both white and green. They're those like bottle, whatever they're called. And I also have some of these little trees that we can, you know, add on to the pages. So I also have some tags that are pre-made and all the things. So hang on, let me scoot this over here. Hello. Okay, so what I want to do is, I want to show you something. Remember I said there was a new way of binding a book and then doing sewn-in signatures. And I really wish that I would have looked at this and tried it before I did the breakdown of the book. Because essentially I would do a book cover like this, but I did, piece this book cover together like it, so you're keeping the binding to the inside of the book. So you're wrapping a spine piece. I took out the piece that's the golden book piece, and I started to wrap this. Now these are both going to get covered, so essentially we're losing the little golden book thing on the front and back. So little golden books, I wouldn't do this type of binding again, but this is the spine then, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, you guys, because I'm very concerned that it's not going to hold up, but we're going to give it a try. I said I was going to try it, and we're going to give it a try, but that's a horse of another color. So, what's something, you guys tell me, name one thing that you would like to see in a junk journal. And if I have the supplies within reach, we'll go ahead and do it. And if I don't, well, then my tough luck, I guess. So, and then I also had this piece that I cut out from earlier. And here's our spine piece. So what I had said is essentially I'm just going to add ribbon, I think, to the back side of this spine. Katie, I buy my magnets for my books on Amazon. That's where I nab them at. Okay. I thought I had another one of those tag things laying here. And I just guess maybe I didn't. So let's see. I'm waiting to see what's some things that you would like to see done in a junk journal. Oh, anyways, this is the ribbon I was thinking of doing over the back side of the spine here, just to create that bookmark. So let's turn this on, because that's something we could essentially work on. Where are my two little whoville friends? Okay, so I have these two pieces here. These are two sets that I want to keep together. Okay, so I'm thinking of doing this. How to add flip pages. Well, that's what I'm thinking of doing with this, is making like essentially a flip page, because this can stay like this. Okay, so I'm thinking about making like a little flip pocket that can get added into the book. Because there's some places where there's like some blank areas. So like here, that's not going to work, and I know definitely like inside this front cover here, we could totally do that. So, let's do that. Let's start working on that, on a little flip and fold out pockets. Yep. We can do some pockets too. So let's just look at this. This is, we have a little damage here. So we have to do a little damage control. So let's grab a piece of, just trying to think, how do I want to do this on solid color? So, oh, you know what? You know what I do have left from the Christmas journal I did before? I have these Merry Christmas placemats. These, we can add something like that into this book. Thanks for sprinkling out. Okay, this is 110 pound weight cardstock. I'm going to cut it into a 1-inch strip here, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. Now you're going to get to see the mastermind at work here, you guys. So essentially what I want to do this week is work completely on this whoville book that come Saturday. What we'll do is we'll be like putting on all of our finishing touches, kind of like the cake on the icing type thing. All right, so 1 inch, scoring it 1/2. This could be scrap pieces. It doesn't have to be. I just pulled out new stuff. And then this part here is 6 5/8. And 5/8 is that little spot that's right between the 1/2 and the 3/4. Okay. Fold this in half and then just, yeah, that's good. All right, so we're going to fix this, is what we're going to do. And we're going to make it a kind of a folding piece. Real candy cane or chocolate letter. What are we talking about? A real candy cane in this book? You want me to do a real candy cane in this book? It'll get smashed in shipping. Okay, so I'm just going to miter cut here and here. Okay, and this is how you can repair pages back to back, one another, so that way you have this part right here. Okay, so we're going to make this, this is going to flip all out. It's going to flip out, you guys. So we're going to have to cover it with some Christmas paper. That's all there is to it. Let me get some tape and we'll get taping. Nancy, I don't know what all we're going to need for the sewing book, to be honest with you, but I want to tell you, if you're planning to do the sewing book, we're going to start next week because I'm excited to get started. You're going to need, if you don't have an old Sears and Roebuck's catalog, get yourself like an old catalog or a catalog. Even because I know like there's a local store around here. It's called Boscov's. It's a store that's only to Pennsylvania. But you want to, I'm going to use the edge of my board here to keep this lined up straight. Okay, so that way we get it all nice. I probably will end up doing it differently anyways. Hi, Evie. So they send out advertisements of, hey, look what's going to be on sale. You know, and it's usually like women in clothing and stuff like that. So you want to nab something like that because we're going to be making some little dolly things with the people. And we're doing that next week. So that I know we need. But I hate to be like, yeah, see, I'm going to need to do this way. I have to do it my own way, you guys. So you don't want to get your fold where your crack is. You want your line of your paper to essentially be just at that fold. Because we're repairing this and we're going to make this that it kind of like flips out, pulls out, or does something. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to make it work though. Because I really want to keep this. First of all, I love the message to remember what Christmas is really about. So, Christmas cottage paper. Sorry, you guys. I know I get this like really great paper. And then I'm like, look at this or check this out. So, sorry about that. I was hoping Miss Chris would show up today and hang out with us for a little bit. She might still. So we're working on the book that I'm going to be doing in the Whoville event on Saturday. My time is Saturday at 2:15. 3:15. Okay, so there's our piece now. So now it's back like a book cover. Okay, now we're just going to make some, yes, I know what I'm trying to say. We're going to make some Christmas paper to cover both sides of this. But, you know, I cut off another piece of this that I need to trim down to the 6 5/8. And that's so we can make it kind of like flip and flap and fold. So all the things. Hello, Miss Wanda. So, and the reason you miter cut it is so that you cut on some of that bulk there at the fold and the flip and all the things. So, we are going to do, that's going to be attached there. And then this is going to be kind of like a little hingy thing that will attach, I think. Let's put the paper on because I'm trying to really work this out in my mind as we're doing it. And I just am like, I don't know. So I like the sweater paper. So I think we'll use the sweater paper. Let's just go ahead and do that. So this measures 5.5. So 5.5 by 6 5/8. So I'm going to do 5 1/4. And then we'll do 6.5. And that should cover nice and tightly onto our page here. Yeah, it's going to frame it out a real little bit, and that I'm okay with. Now you could essentially make this into a pocket where you're, but with this back here, I'd be afraid anything slipping in and out of there is just going to become not fun. So, hello, Miss Denmark. How are you? Listen, I was not having trouble with this glue all day. All day. I was fine with this glue. I get on live with you guys, and it's like, hello. Okay, so here we go. All right, and we're just going to attach this. I love this sweater paper. It's kind of fun. And we're just going to let it do its thing there on that side. So when it's closed, it's going to be closed like this. And then we're going to add this part over here. What did I do with it? I had that extra piece. Where did I? Here it is. I was like, where did I put that? So if I put this on here, like so, oops, like so, it will flip open like that, and that'll make it a little extra. So that's right. So my folded edge is to the outside. So this is going to go on here. I'm doing it before I go ahead and put my decorative paper on. Okay, so we're going to do that. Oh, advertisements. Yeah, so save your advertisements for the sewing journal. If you have an old JCPenney or, you know, Sears and Roebuck's catalog, any of those things will actually work very nicely for what we want to do. So, okay, so 5 1/4. And then we are doing 6 1/2. And then keep these for tags and stuff, or extra, whatever extra that you're going to do. And we're just going to attach this onto here. So that way when it's opened, you have all of this space, and this will be a great place to add photos. This is also a great place if you want to add a pocket, which we might do. We might do it as a pocket on the front here. Hang on 1 second. I feel like something's out of place. Hold on 1 second. Let's just put that down before I do something not fun on that. No, I think we're going to be good. Okay. So we're going to add this onto here, like so. Okay. And then we'll see how we're going to add it to our book. Okay? All right. Everybody with me still, or did I lose you all? I'm telling you, sometimes you just get to see the mad genius at work here. We just get the mad genius going. All right. So this is going here, like so. And press that down. Okay, then you're going to have to decide, like, where do you want this in your book? Are you going to add, like, a piece of Christmas paper that this is going to, because this is going to be attached to the book, and it's going to pull out open like this, and then you'll have this as part of the fun story. So maybe towards the back. So what you can do is you can just use a piece of the cardstock. Where did I put that? Oh, hey, guys, what did I do with it? Listen, sometimes I don't know why you follow me. Because there's just something wrong with me. I said, this is 65-pound weight cardstock, and I thought I sat it down. Huh. Hello. Come on in, say hi, do all the things. Guys, what am I doing wrong? I sat something on top of it. I knew that's fine. Okay, so if you remember from this morning, now we're back on track, that our book pages are a certain size. And we want our pages that are going to go into the book to be very much so the same size, okay? So, we're going to do an addition. So this page will get inserted into the book, okay? Because I'm not sure where I want this to go. I bring sunshine to your lives. No, I bring chaos is what I bring. Okay, this is 110-pound weight cardstock. I don't want it to be any bigger than 8 inches. So I'm trimming this down to 8 inches so it is the same size. And then I did say by 11. And I'm actually going to cut it back to 10 7/8 just because. So this will go into the book as well. So this is going to get attached to this page. Okay. Somewhere we're going to attach it. Let's do it here. And then what I think is, when we do the holes, to attach it to the holes, we will add a ribbon closure. We'll put this right in the center. We'll put some pretty Christmas paper on here. And we'll do the 3 holes. 1, 2, 3. But then we'll attach another hole out here on this side that'll bring a ribbon that will pull this closed and tie it shut. How does that sound? Does that sound like a plan? My problem is I sat something else down on top of it is what the real problem was there. Like, I should have just not did that. Okay, so let me get a pretty piece of Christmas paper. We already have blue, so I don't want to do blue. There's a lot of blue in here. Let's see. And there's a lot of red in the actual book itself. Let's do this right here. This is really pretty. And we don't even have to do anything on the other side of this page right now. All we really need to do is Grinchify this. We need to Grinchify this some. All right. So what did we say? That was 7 7/8. So let's do 7 5/8. And then we're going to do... Yep, and then we're going to do 10 3/4. Okay, just like that. And then this is just going to be pretty paper on here that's going to do this. And now there's several things you could do with this. You could create a pocket, a top load pocket that this will be on. And someone did say about pockets, so we could do that. If we do a top load pocket, we would just glue 3 sides. This is where our rings will go, or this side, whichever side we would choose. This would be the top of the pocket, so you could put a tag or something inside, even from the other side of the book, or the other side of the page. So I think we should do that. I think we should do a pocket. What do you guys think? Give me some hearts if you think we should do that. And then we have these really cool, here's Cat in the Hat. And if we do him there and we flip this part open, we could put that there, but then we're losing places for photos. So I don't want to do that. I think I'm going to show you guys, we're talking pockets and stuff. So y'all are giving hearts. All right. So 3 sides we're going to glue, 2 long and 1 short, so that we have a top load pocket. Now, if you wanted to do a side load pocket, you would do 2 short and 1 long. And in fact, the part that goes by the 3 rings doesn't even necessarily need to have a little glue on it, because it's going to be held shut by the 3 rings. So, but that's okay. All right, so I did it nice and tight. If you want more of the border attached, then you can cut your picture a little smaller. We should do where? I don't know where. I'm thinking we should do a little notch out here. Let's just do this one right here. This is a 1, 2, 3 punch board, you guys. So I'm just going to slip this in here. Eyeball about where the center of the book will be. Oh, man. Hold on. It's gonna jiggle the camera. There we go. Whew. But it gave us that notch. So now we know that's a pocket. And also keep us from putting things in upside down. So if you don't have a 1, 2, 3 punch board, you can use a half circle. That's what I was looking for, my half circle punch, and I don't know where it's at. It's on this regular table somewhere. Just saying. Okay. So we're going to attach this to the center here, like so. And then I have a piece that I cut out. I like this Christmas tree. We're going to use the Christmas tree to hide the edge of our pullout. And that we can even make a little tuck spot if we wanted to. But I don't want to. You can get into putting a lot of this stuff in there and then having way too much. And then you scratch your head and you go, good gosh, what was I thinking? Okay, so tell me, which version of the Grinch movie do you like better? Do you like the Grinch movie where it's Jim Carrey plays the Grinch? Or do you like the old Dr. Seuss cartoon? I almost said cartel. Cartoon. Which one do you like better? All right, so this is going to be centered up. Like I said, we're going to hole punch, pa-chow, pa-chow. I'm not doing that yet because I'm not exactly sure where. So, but then we'll add ribbon, and the ribbon will come and it will close here in the front. Okay? Is everybody with me on that? Sherry likes the original. Becky and Debbie both like the original. I like the Jim Carrey one. Don't get mad at me now, but I like the Jim Carrey one. Okay, so we're going right here in the center. Just like so. You guys are like on the old Dr. Seuss cartoon one, aren't you? So there we go. From what it looks straight to me. Hopefully it's straight. It might be crooked, I don't know. I like the craziness of Jim Carrey too. The part I like the best is when they're in the post office and he's going, jury duty, jury duty, jury duty. And he's saying all these like hate mail and stuff like that. It's funny. Wait, Elizabeth, what are you talking about? I remind you of Cindy Lou Who. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a little on the crazy side. I don't know. All right, so I'm just gonna trim this up a little bit so that it's not, that extra paper isn't sticking out. I wasn't sure what I was going to do there with the star, but we're going to do it now. So we're just going to use this, and that's going to cover that hinge. And we're going to glue it. Oh, I keep going back and forth. I don't think I want to make it as a tuck spot. Why not? All right, so if you want to make it as a tuck spot, you only need to glue two sides. I want to make sure that I'm gluing enough to cover my spot here. Okay, so then we're just going to press this down. And I don't know if you noticed, but when I do a tuck spot or something, I kind of like pinch it a little bit so that when it dries, it's leaving me room for something to get put inside there. So you can also, Jimmy Lou, with the glue today, you can also tuck something in there that'll kind of hold it in place. But this is where, you know, be a cool place to tuck in your tag. This little tag that we made can get tucked in there. Just be careful not to push it down too far that it gets glued in there. But then this will get tied closed with this cute little bow. And let's just make a frontal pocket there with, let's get some green paper this time. Let's get something green. Okay. So see how I'm using the old book? I'm using the old book to create my own ephemera to make the book work. That's important. That's an important thing. So, oh, I forgot to say, if you're watching this over on YouTube, this was originally made as a Facebook Live video. So, thank you guys for joining us, and we're glad that you're here. Okay, so it was 5.5, so I cut 5 1/4. And then we're just going to cut it to like 3 inches. And that'll be a nice size. And we're just going to do 3 sides for glue. 1, 2, 3. Again, you can use your punch board or anything you like to do those little notches. 'Cause, I don't know. I just think the notches are a little on the fun side. And I haven't pulled out the envelope punch board in a while. Okay, so we're going to tuck this here. We're going to put this here, 3 sides. And, you know, we can even tuck this one in the front here and create one for in the back. So, how cool is this? This is getting cool. And, you know, then you can just look for other things that maybe might be cool for on the front here. I think, if I can find them now, what might be cool are these little stockings. Let's see. That we can put 1, 2, and 3, like little stockings across there. And if I put a little piece of twine across there, it'll look like they're hung. What do you think? What are you guys thinking? All right, let's add this. Just remember, anything bulky you add creates bulk for your book. So if you're doing a book that is not on 3-ring binder, like we're going to make this one into, you could end up with a tiswad. So, all right, let me grab a piece of twine. I'm just going to put a little piece of twine across there. I'm just going to knot this end. Okay. We're going to make them look like this, like they're hanging on there. So I'm knotting both ends is what I'm doing. Okay. So let's do 1 knot here. And then we're just going to, right over the top, we're going to glue that. Somebody's extremely happy about what I'm doing here. So let's do the other knot right there. This is turning out cute, you guys. Okay, so these have like little stickers on the back. That I don't never trust those stickers, I'm sorry. So we definitely just want to add some glue. And we got that one. Then we're going to do 1 down a little lower. Work in 3s because, you know, that's cool. They are all cute, aren't they? And if they're a little too bright for you, you can always add a little bit of ink. And just ink them up some. Look at how cute. These are cute, you guys. So let's just do a little burr glue right there. That'll hold that down. I do always either pull the little dots off the back or pull the sticker back off so that way it doesn't, you know, come falling off. So, and then when that gets, you know, the little tie closure on there, I probably will use the twine just to keep it all in the same. But here's what she looks like then. So this will open like so, that you have a place for a picture. We're going to attach, I'm going to stick this tag in here right now, although I'm not entirely sure I'm keeping that tag in there. And then we have this tuck spot right there. So don't forget, you can, if you don't trust making tags or have a tag punch, you can purchase tags in Michael's, Hobby Lobby. You can even just put blank tags in there for journaling and writing on. You don't have to do anything fancy with them, but if you want to, of course you can. So this is now a tuck spot. This page will become a pocket. This will fold over, and then this is going to go into the book. Now, some of you are going to say, well, how's that going into the book? Because you've never really seen like a junk journal pieced together. So we'll just decide where within the story that this part fits. And to remember the true meaning of holidays, Merry Christmas. So it might even be a very nice addition to the very back of the book, that kind of last page type thing. So when you know, he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. Then you have that saying of, remember the true meaning of the holiday. Or, where's the part where they're singing? And what happened then? Well, in the whoville, is it the Grinch's small heart grew to size at that time? How could it be? See, here's the part. So if I put this in here, it's actually dividing the picture, and I don't really want to do that. So, I'm very cautious about where I stick things within the book. This is okay, but this, that's a whole big scheme of things there. So it'll fit nicely to the back of the book, will be okay. So we're just going to tuck it in there for right now until we get punching out holes for our Grinch book. So let's talk about that for a minute. Like, how do you know where to punch the holes, and what tool do you use to do so? Okay, well, first of all, I find my ruler, because I never know where it's at. We can use the ruler up here. And we want to divide the book into 3. So it's 11 1/4. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna scoot it down to 11. And then half of 11 is 5 1/2. So we're just gonna scoot over a real little bit. And then I take a pen or ouch, that is not a pen. A pencil, a marker, something, and just put a little just a little where you want that to go. Scoot that back up. Yep. And then I usually go 1 inch from the bottom, 1 inch from the top. Okay, and then I punch my holes. So what you want to do then is use a really good, okay? A really good, that's it, okay? So I'm using my We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile, and I have it set at a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go in a 1/2 inch at each of those marks, and I'm going to punch my hole. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. And a 1/2 inch. So there are my holes for my cover. They're already poked and ready to go. So then what do you do? So then the next thing that you do is you take one cover, and trust me, this back cover is going to have something done to it, because it's such a pretty cover, and then it has the advertisements on the back. Okay, so we're going to take this, hold the 2 together, and then I just take my pen and I just draw a circle around the circles. Okay, and then use your tool, the same tool. Let me push the holes out from in there. Okay, and we do the same thing. So this way I can see where my hole is, and I can punch. I'll have to poke those out each time so I can see, because that's the only downside to this tool is it kind of clogs up on you. And you have to just poke them out. Okay. And trust me, you'll be sweeping holes up in your craft room for weeks after doing just one book like this. They go everywhere. It does fit in the back perfect, doesn't it? Okay, so there's my 3 holes there. So then I just use my book to make a guide page, okay? So when we open the book, is this going to be the first page in there? Probably not. I'm probably going to move this around so we can put it somewhere else. But what I don't want is I don't want to punch my holes out close to the edge. I want them to be in that 1/2 inch, okay? So you just line this up, give yourself some space top and bottom. Thankfully on the front and back cover, it gives us that nice little matted piece so we know where we're going with it. And then just flip this over and do the same thing. So you got 1, 2, and 3. And then what you can do is punch your holes, but you can hold more than one together at a time to punch your holes. I actually put it back where it goes, you guys. So next time you see this book, you're going to see all of the pages with the holes punched and in place of the main story. I am planning to add some pages to it that are coffee dyed, and that's important. Okay, and here's this one. So there's our holes punched out that when it's in the rings, they're going to be perfect. Now, somebody asked me about the pages tearing. Okay, I would not let a little child sit and look at this book on their own that are going to be rough and pulling. The paper, I have not had trouble with the holes busting, but you guys know that you can go to an office supply place, anywhere that carries office supplies, and you can buy those hole reinforcements. You can even dye them, color them, use markers on them, paint them. You can do all kinds of things with them and just add them to your holes if you feel more comfortable doing that. I've never had anyone complain that my pages tore out, but then again, you just don't know. So that hole punch is a very strong hole punch, and in reality, you can punch a bunch of holes at the same time. So I just grabbed a grip full of papers there, and then just line this up, punch, punch, and punch, and that's what I'll do with this book. So when you guys see it the next time, it will have all of the pages from the story onto the rings. Let me grab 3 rings so we have them. I'm just going right with the big rings right away, you guys. Okay. That probably wasn't a smart move, but what are you going to do? All right, so we have these rings I buy on Amazon. Also, you can get them in the office supply area. These are 2-inch rings, okay? I like 2-inch rings because you can get a lot on them. So this helps me to keep the actual story intact until I'm ready to put other papers in it. So once I break my cover down, I add the rings to it after I punch the holes in all of the pages, because then that, like I said, is going to keep them all together so you don't have any problems with them, with losing them and stuff. Okay, now on Saturday when we meet up and we do all of the things, we're going to add a bunch of fabrics and ribbons to these rings, and you're not even going to know that they were book rings. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that that's works out real well. And then the book is going to open nice and big, and it's going to put all the things in it. So that was one thing. Okay, so somebody said about adding pockets. So what if I want to add a pocket to the front page of this? Okay, because I'm okay. This is if we do like more than that. So let's pop this off of here, and let's go ahead and add. I'm going to show you how to add a pocket to the cover. Okay, and though if you're adding pockets to covers, you want to do it after you punch your holes, just because. So we can add a sideways pocket, or we can add an up and down pocket. I think we're going to go ahead and use this on the front cover here, because this will be, this will be the perfect size to do my scoring. So this guy will be peeking out. These guys will be hidden. That's okay. All right. So this bookbinding method is, without a doubt, the easiest way to bind a book, a junk journal book, because you're not making hinges. You're not sewing in signatures. All you're doing is punching holes. If you can punch holes, you're good. Okay, so we're going to score this at a 1/2 inch here on the two short sides, get a 1/2 inch, and one long side. And this is just whatever the scrap was laying on the table. It's 5 1/4 inches by 9 inches. Okay, so then we're just going to score this here, like so. And then we're going to do 1, 2. So we just miter cut those, and then I start folding. Before I add my tape, I make sure I do my two sides in first, my bottom up last. The reason I do that is things that go in the pocket then aren't going to get hung up as much. So, who is your favorite Dr. Seuss character? It doesn't have to be from Whoville, but who is your favorite Dr. Seuss character? And now I've lost my tape. Oy. Here, have some fun.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
He took my tape.
You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel.
Mr. Grinch.
You're a bad banana with a greasy black
Horton.
heel.
There we go. Y'all got the Grinch. On Saturday, he's not dancing unless you guys get a star party happening. Grinch tops them all. Sam, I Am. That's a good one, too. I don't know who my favorite Dr. Seuss character is. I always thought Cat in the Hat was a good character, but then he got those kids in trouble, and I didn't like him as much anymore because I was afraid he was going to get me grounded, too. So I don't know. I don't know who my favorite. I do love Horton, though. Horton is a good one, so. Okay. Let's tuck that in there. And then I'm just going to use my scissors, and we're going to miter cut these edges as well. And let's bring back that punch board to give us that. Now you can do these notches on the sides too. They don't have to be, you know, in the front parts, but, I mean the center tops, but Betty Lou Who, because she has style. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Always like, okay, so in the Jim Carrey one, I always like the two old ladies. I don't know why. I just do. I like the two. My pocket is a little big. That's okay. Big this way. Because they adopted the Grinch. They didn't have to, but they did. They adopted him. They gave him a home and all the things, and, you know. So, hey, Taylor Drake. We're talking about who is your favorite favorite Dr. Seuss character as we're working on this book right here. So, let me see. We have these characters here and this character here. I'm having a hard time putting the Cat in the Hat in the Grinch book. I don't think I'm going to do that. Anybody else would have had trouble with that? So, but we do have, we have these characters here that are also singing. Or we could just do, let's do this. We're going to trim this off. We're looking at decorative now, you guys. Like this. And then I'm going to slice this off. Okay, that's okay because we still have a picture there that we can use somewhere else in the book. And then we can add this. Just trim this up a bit. And this up a bit. And then we have this that we can also add to our piece right there. And I really love that because they're singing. Can you guys see that? I know. I don't know why it was in that other book with the Cat in the Hat. With the Grinch, other than, you know, it just was. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so let's put our pocket in place. So this gives us a popped up pocket rather than a flat pocket. So you can get a little more things in there. And, okay, there's nothing on there. I was grabbing something and pulling and there was nothing happening. You like Jimmy Lou Who best. So you guys know Jordan Summer Shirt Shop. She is having a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. You guys, you can check her out over at Jordan Summer Shirt Shop. Amazing young woman who happens to have autism, that's doing great things as far as running a business. With her parents' help, of course. But she does the t-shirts that I so love. All right, there's our pocket glued into place. Now, before I go adding any like decorative stuff, I need to punch a hole again. I need to line up my hole, scoot it in there, and then punch out so that way the pocket then has the hole to fit onto the rings. Okay, then we can add our little character pieces. So we have them, and I like adding this little, I don't know, yellow brick road, who knows what it is. But we're going to add that right up against because these will cover the edge out there. And then this will be on the rings and you won't notice that it doesn't reach anyways. So, okay, who has their tree up already? Don't be shy. There will be no tree shaming here at the Messy Craft Corner. Who has their Christmas tree up already? Thing 1 and Thing 2, those are good characters too. They got in a lot of trouble too, though. Okay, we're going to add this right there. I like that they're singing. You got yours up today. Awesome. Okay, so I do have some papers that I've been coffee staining. That I do have some that are like hymnal papers. So let's just go ahead and use a little bit of this. And that might be a little, I might have did a little too big a piece. Okay, so we're just going to do this onto here. And that's just going to make it just extra. Okay, so don't you guys got to remember, do the extra. Go a little beyond, okay? So make it a little more pretty, a little more pizzazza, okay? So we can add one of these trees if we want. We got more of the stockings. We have these wreaths, but I don't think that will match. Oh, you know what? Let's do this one. Let's add some stars to this. Okay, so we're going to put this down, and then we're going to add some stars right along the bottom down here. Not yet. That's okay. Elizabeth has her tree up already. I don't know if it was the you're going to have a baby thing that had her going, but she has her tree up already. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of not yets. That's okay. It's okay to have your tree up. It's okay to not have your tree up. It really is. Okay, so there's that piece there. On there. I really like that. That looks good. Okay, so I got these from Michael's after graduation. They were 90% off. Yes, they were. And they are just, there's stars and diamonds and all the fun things. And I think this was meant for you to decorate your cap, for your cap and gown. But we're going to use them to sparkle up the joint here some. So let's go to right there. And we're going to add this right along. Oh, wait, I don't want it to be on that guy's snout. Okay, and we're just going to go right along the edge here. Right out to the end there. Look how pretty that looks. And we're going to put one down at the bottom down here. And hold on, my old lady eyes. You're on your way to second Thanksgiving. You've already had a Thanksgiving? Yowza, girly. All right, we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to put the sparkles down first to go all the way over to not his foot. That's okay. And then, you know, you can add a little extra off on the side over here if you like, just to make it continuous. And that gives us some sparkle. Since we're sparkling it in the whoville. Sparkling up the whoos. Okay, here's a little star that popped off of something there. Okay, so there we go. And that just gives it that little extra snap, okay? So, then let's just talk for a second. What can you put into these types of pockets then? So grab yourself your paper. And let's do, this is 4 1/4. And this one will be 4 1/4 as well. And then we have this piece here. We're going to cut down to 5 1/4. No, 6 1/4, sorry. 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 will hold a 4 by 6 photo if you like. But we're just going to make them into some journaling cards. Okay, then you can use these pieces for tags or anything like that. But I like having this size. That's me personally. So you can round the corners. You can stub punch them. You can leave them just alone if you want to. It doesn't really matter. But you're going to want to do something with it for sure. So let me grab my paper. My pretty little Christmas paper. Oops. And let's do these 2 pieces right here. I might have to go back and get more of this paper. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 by 6. And then 6, 4 by 6. And we'll attach these to here and here. And that's going to make a place. You can either add a photo on one side and journal, or, you know, just use them for journaling. That's fine. And let's grab a little piece of this. And, oh, I didn't want to forget to do my bookmark piece. We're going to do that yet before we go. Okay, so I just cut a little piece like this. If you fold these over like so, you can attach them to your papers as little like pull tabs. Use all different kinds. It doesn't really matter. I was actually looking for where the green was that I had. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to add the green one on this one. It was very good. I got a, my batteries died. Hang on, I'll be right back. Let me go get my other battery. Okay, I'm back, you guys. I'm back. Listen. Drop this on the floor. So, you can ink your edges. If you want to ink up your edges, that's entirely up to you. But we're going to add a little glue here attach this on here, and then these will fit inside that pocket nicely. We're going to use this one too. So wherever you want it to is fine. And then we're going to use some of, I keep going back and forth about using this. We're going to turn this into a bookmarker. And this is just the spine of the book itself. And you see me cover them, add chipboard pieces to them. You see me do these all different ways. So we shall see. Let's see what we're going to do here. First of all, let's get some of this on here. There we go. So I'm just adding a little dab of glue on each side here. That's one side. Flip it over. A little glue here. Fold this down. And we're going to add this one onto there. So this is all prep work for an event that's coming up this weekend. Sparkle in Whoville. You guys can join the free group. The link is in the description of this video. So feel free to join over there. You can watch all of the creators Friday and Saturday. My time is Saturday at 3:15 Eastern. So, okay, so I was telling you, I had a chicken parm sub. Or hoagie. It came on a roll that was like a pizza dough. It was delicious. And Larry had himself a sandwich, a burger. So you can do wherever you want for these to be. So there's a spot for that one. It was just a local pizza place that's one of our favorites to go to. And but this time we went, they have like a dining area in the upstairs, and we've never really eaten at the dining area, so it was nice. All right, so we're going to attach this onto here. So, what's you guys' favorite Italian food? Your favorite Italian food? Did we ever hit 50 eyes? Where is everybody lately? Like, no one is showing up. Am I getting boring? Okay, so there we go there. So then these just fit down inside of this pocket here. So you can have them that their little tags stick up. You can make them that their tags are out the side. It doesn't really matter. Those are just fun little things to add into your book. Okay, the last thing we're going to do today is this. You guys vote. Should I do the plaid, the Christmas plaid, or should I do the black? Lasagna. Yummy. Delicious. Delicious. The plaid? You like the plaid? Anybody else? Butter spaghetti with... Oh. The plaid. Okay, you guys like the plaid. Okay, we'll do the plaid. And then I'm just going to do a little, a dangle with the ribbon. And somewhere, yep, here it is. Somewhere, I was going to say somewhere, I have these little, these. So I think we'll go ahead and add a red and green one since we're doing that, and we'll just make them kind of dangle down along with this stuff. Actually, I don't think I need this. I need the jump rings is what I need. Here we go. Okay. So to do this, you just want to add ribbon. You burned a gray of the rolls. A tray? Do you mean a tray of rolls? Are you making rolls for... Ooh, she might be making rolls for Thanksgiving, you guys. Okay, so we're just going to add this ribbon. Oops. Right into the glue. straight along the back side of this. Just like so. And then we're just going to trim it off. Whoops, just like so. Okay, then I'm just going to take my, the small hole punch, the eyelet punch from here. And we're just going to go, ooh, we're just going to go in a real little bit at the top here, like so. Okay, I'm not going to set an eyelet because it isn't going to fit anyways, but I'm going to find that ring. Here we go. There's still rings in the shop, you guys, if you want to grab yourself a ring. Okay. Listen, I'm not sure where my pliers are. My regular pliers, I'm just not sure. Well, I had 2 pair of them on this table too, so here we go. We'll just use these ones. So to use this little ring thing, you just put your jump ring into the slot and twist. I'm gonna have to do it where I can see it, you guys. Otherwise, we're never gonna get done, and I'm just gonna keep trying and trying. Okay, so there's a jump ring that we're gonna put through. We're gonna poke yourself in the eye with it. Did you guys see that fly? I don't even know where it went. Here it is. It went flying, you guys. Back to what I was doing. The tops are still... We love you anyways, Elizabeth. Okay, so that jump ring is in place. We're just going to twist it back like so. Now there's a little jump ring on there. Now we can attach whatever we want to there. So if you wanted to make a beaded dangle, you could. I don't want to make anything too heavy because it is a thin, this was the spine. It was thin, so you don't want it to be too for her, okay? So let me just pop a couple of these open. Because we're going to open this one. And we're going to put this one onto here. Like so. And close her. Woo! Close her up. I'm not really using the right pliers for this. And now I've lost my piece, you guys. Listen, Jimmy Lou has got to clean this desk off before tomorrow night. I just have to. Aha! Okay, we will be less likely to be flinging things around here now that I found the right pliers. There we go. Twist. Hang on, I see what I'm doing here. Okay, once it's open, they're getting away from me today, you guys. Attach it to whatever you're going to put onto your dangle piece. So I'm going to put this red one on first. And attach there. Close her up. And then see how that's hanging down? It won't matter which side it hangs on. It'll still be cute. All right. And we're going to add another one. Yeah, I know. They're like going everywhere. And now there's a ladybug flying around up above me. Okay. And then we're just going to attach this one to here. So we have one red and one green. And I just made one a little longer than the other. Okay. And then this piece here, this is a ribbon clip. So you can put whatever kind of ribbon that you want onto your dangle piece. I'm just going to use a piece of the same of what we used before. Just going to fold it in half. I don't fold it equal in half. I fold it unequal in half. Put your little ribbon clamp over the edge and squeeze. Just squeeze it up, you guys. Okay. And then you can, whoa, That didn't cut straight at all. You can angle cut, dovetail, whatever you like. And we're just going to grab one of these. Open that up. We're going to attach this onto this one. And close that up. And then see what we have going on there. We have a red and a green. And then one last thing I want to add to this. One more thing, and then we're all finished for tonight. And that is a little charm. So let's see what kind of charms we have in here. We have a Christmas tree. This one says Merry Christmas. We have mittens, reindeer. I think I like the Merry Christmas. Even though it's gold, go ahead and mix your metals. It's perfectly fine to mix metals. You don't have to worry about that. And we're just going to attach this onto here and close it all up. And that's it. That's all we're going to do to what is the spine of our book. And then, you know, the spine can fit somewhere in the book. I was like, I lost it already. So just like so. So all I did was cover the back side. That's fine. And then we have these little charms that'll hang down. Tuck it inside a pocket. If I tuck it in the pocket there, it'll hang outside the book. And that'll be cool. It can hang out in there for right now until I figure out what I'm doing. All right, you guys, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of you here on Facebook. If you are watching the replay, type in #replay. If you're watching over on YouTube, I don't know, type in replay on YouTube. That's fine. If you're not following me, if you're not a subscriber on YouTube, you can find me at the Messy Craft Corner there. And also on TikTok. So, you guys, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of you. I had fun starting this book. This book is started for Saturday. And I'm hoping that by Saturday it will be finished. I will be live tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time for the Crafty Bunch, and in the Bookmakers Club tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. You guys have a good rest of your day. Remember to always be kind, because you never know what someone's going through. And I'll see you all real soon. Yes, ta-ta for now. And if you do miss out on me and my lives between now and Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate all of you, and I am so thankful for each and every one of you being a part of this page. So have a great day, guys, and I will see you all real soon.